Hello everyone, I've come again for open our mind to see some certain things. The reason why the youth of Nigeria needs to stand up, need to know that the time has come for them to know that Nigeria can be a better place for every one of us to live in. What do we come to talk about this evening? Though before we start, please, if you're coming across this channel on YouTube for the first time, kindly subscribe, like, drop your comment on how the youth of Nigeria can come together to make Nigeria a better place. What do we have before us this very time? What we have before us is Nigerian law and Nigerian currency. Nigerian law is not being obeyed by the politicians, by the lawmaker. The Nigerian law is only those poor men, the average man, that keep the Nigerian law, that obey the Nigerian law, which is not supposed to be so. The currency, I just want to open our eyes this very time to see that the Nigeria currency and the Nigeria law is most misused by the lawmakers and the politicians of Nigeria. That is what we'll come to talk about today. For example, I'll give you an example. Sometimes ago, they said a Nigerian boy, student, was arrested in London with plenty of dollars inside his apartment. Till today, we don't know where that money was coming from. We don't know where that money is going to. And this money is owned by Nigerian politicians. Maybe the father is a politician or the mother is a politician. Because these days, my beloved Nigerian youth, these politicians, they don't keep this money in the bank anymore. Because the past government, the past leadership of Nigeria has kept in the bank, they have now been reviewed. Some has been returned. Ask me, they are returning some money of Nigeria that has been kept for long. Some are still going out there to borrow money. What are they borrowing this money for? They are borrowing this money for their own personal use, for their own children, their unborn children. They are keeping this money for them so that these children, when they grow up, they will see money to misuse because they don't know the foundation of that money. My beloved Nigerian youth, my beloved Edo State youth, the time has really come for Nigerian youth to sit down, to think. Let me open your mind to one thing this very moment. In Europe, in Western world, they have a law. When we work for years, no matter how long you've spent in Western world, no matter the decades of years you've spent in Western world working legally, you are not allowed to take money that is above 5,000 to your country. It is written in their law. If you see with a sum of money that is above 5,000, is a criminal offense. You will be arrested for it, and you will explain. Even if you have the money in your account, you are not allowed to take it to your country. What am I trying to say this very moment? But when some of our leaders are taking the money out of our country, they transit some of these Europe countries. They control them. They open their back and see plenty of dollars. They see plenty of euro, plenty of pounds, plenty of all kinds of money. They will not ask the Nigerian leader, where is this money coming from? Where is this money going? But they will keep quiet. Before I continue, I want to quickly show you a video of a video where they were deliberating in Irish Parliament, where a man stood up to talk about the amount that the country has record that Nigerians that is living in the country is sending home. The money we're talking about now, ask me. That is the one of my comment and there that I love so much that he doesn't know he have a fans like me. Ask me, when any black man sent money home, the black man is being recognized as in Nigeria, is being described as in Nigeria. When a man work for years, is sending money home a crime? Is sending some money to his family a crime? The man stood up and made mention of the amount of money that left the country and said all was sent to Nigerian. And this money is not even up to 1/4 of the money Nigeria politicians take out of Nigeria. It's not even up to 1/4 the money Nigerian politicians will take and bring to their country. They will not ask this Nigerian politician, no, take this money back to your country. But when they see the Nigerians are doing anything to make money, they say these Nigerians are bad. Whatever a black man does in the street of Europe, the black man is recognized as a Nigerian. No other country is a bad African. No other black is being addressed as other black Africans. Every bad man in the Western world is known as Nigeria. Although we have so many bad Nigerians in the street. Before I continue, please quickly listen to this video carefully.
Taoiseach, I want to bring to your attention the amount of money that is being transferred out of Ireland in personal remittances. Over the past 8 years alone, over €10 billion has left this country by way of personal transfers, and €3.54 billion was sent to Nigeria. Taoiseach, these figures have been published by the World Bank. But Taoiseach, €3.4 billion transferred to one non-EU country is astronomical. Has Revenue or the Department of Finance any way of tracking this money, or where it is coming from? Can I ask you, Taoiseach, are there mechanisms in place to ensure that the money that leaves this country in personal remittances has been fully accounted for within the Irish revenue and tax system and is not the proceeds of crime or fraud? Taoiseach, we cannot have a situation whereby vast amounts of money are leaving the country with no proper controls or monitoring in place. My question to you, Taoiseach, is can you give assurances that all these monies which have been transferred in personal remittances have been fully accounted for within the Irish revenue and tax system?
Was legitimately earned.
Really? The question is, I'm asking, we've got to assure the Irish people that this money leaving the country, which is out at just over €1 billion per year, is not to proceed. And I know a lot of it, Taoiseach, and an awful lot of it is genuine money, but I just want to ensure, and a commitment from your government, that there's proper controls in place. Money being transferred out there without proper controls or monitoring needs to stop, Taoiseach. And Taoiseach, the question I'm asking to you is what controls are put in place to ensure that all this money is proper paid and tax is properly paid on the Taoiseach? That's the question I'm asking, that the proper controls put in place.
Now, I am so pissed off. No. I have nothing against you. You're a nice man. You're an amazing person. Trust me, I'm not racist. My best friend is black. But why will you say Nigerians sending money to Africa is a crime? Like we send over €3 million a year to Africa. So what? So fucking what? How is sending money to Africa a crime? How is it a crime? No, are you trying to be like Donald Trump? Are you trying to be like Donald Trump? See, Donald Trump has PhD in racism. You're just a beginner. Like why will you make such a racist remark? Even the Irish people are cringing to that statement, that racist statement. Because if Irish people go to Australia, they travel to Australia, to Spain, they work, they send money back home, they save money, they bring it back home. Polish people, Brazilians, it's normal. People travel out of their country and go work, make money, send it back home. It's a normal. How is that a crime? Like, I feel like coming over to the dial and smack you with a fry pan. So people sending money back home are involved with illegal activities. What are you trying to say? That we Nigerians are broke? That we have no money? We can't send such a money? Like, there are big people in Ireland, Nigerians that are making money. They're doctors. There's like people that own companies, entrepreneurs, Nigerians. They are making money. Like, you know, like you don't even talk about the good things we Nigerians do in Ireland. The first black guard, he is from Nigeria. Conor McGregor, he's from Nigeria. I'm a comedian. I am from Nigeria. No, you don't see this on media. But as soon as we do something bad, Babrigan, Tyler, plant this down. You blast it all over social media. Not only Nigerians send money to Africa, Ghanaians, Congolese, Zimbabwe, but if you're black and you send money back home, you're from Nigeria. Yes, I understand that. Look, I don't even blame you. We Nigerians, we're loud. We're very loud. Okay, we are just the way we are. We like to show off. We are the only people in Africa that love to show off. Okay, we flaunt. If we have something, we don't do small. We do big. We don't go to nightclub and just buy points. No, we pop bottles. We show off. That's why most of us are broke. But fuck it, we like to show off. That's who we are as Nigerians. Okay, so stop hating. If you want to send money back to Africa, do send it to my mom. I'll be happy. please, please, please don't come to Nigerian parties, because if you see the way we spend money, you will end up having a heart attack. If sending money back home is a crime, then most charity organizations are criminals. Concern the criminals because they send money back to Africa. I mean, you don't talk about concern or charity organization, but as long as you see a black man sending money back home to his family, it's a fucking crime. Why do you have to judge a book by its cover? Have you heard some stories behind most Nigerians? Do you know why they send money back home? Before you make such an ignorant, racist statement, go to Africa and understand the culture. It's not far. If you want to go to Africa, it's just 5 years on the bus to Babrigan. Here you have child benefit, social welfare. We don't have child benefits in Africa. We don't have social welfare in Africa. We show each other love. We send money to support each other. So it's not a crime to send money back home. When you see a Nigerian sending money home, he is not involved in criminal activities. We are doing this for love. Even the Irish people are looking at you now and be like, oh my God, Scarlet, for you know, like shut the fuck up. If we can send money home to Africa, what?
I hope you all have seen that video. My question is that Nigeria youth, how long are we going to continue to be sleeping? How long are we going to pay deaf ears as if we're not seeing what is happening? Now, there was a time they said EFCC invade a house, an apartment in Lagos, that 40 point something billions was recovered in the apartment. Ask me, where is that money was meant to be taken to? A Western world country. Ask me, what is the money going to be used there for? They're going to use this money to invest in companies that is not ours. They're going to use this money to make business that only their family will be benefiting from. They won't employ anybody. They will still employ white people. They will use this money to support white man's business. They will use this money to support the Western world. Although these Western world people, they are not begging these people. I'm just trying to tell you the reason why Western world people, they are seeing the Africans as stupid people. They are seeing the Africans as trash because they bring this money, they bring it into their own economic to boost it up, to make it function well. They leave their own country thinking they are doing the right thing, not knowing that they are doing the most stupid thing on earth one can think of. Nigerian youth, think of it. How many times have EFCC invade houses in Nigeria with a huge number of amount of money inside? Have you ever seen one brought to book? Have you ever seen one? Yes, they arrest these people, but if you ask me, go to any prisons in Nigeria, you won't see these people because they are all working for Nigerian politicians. They all have godfather who they are keeping this money for. This money are being kept in their position for Nigeria not to find out, for Nigeria not to suspect them, because Nigerians are getting wise. But my pain is this Nigerian youth. How long are we going to continue to sleep? How long are we going to pay the FES, ignore things that we know we can amend? How long are we going to do these things? Let us stand up. Let us wake up. When we see what is wrong, let us come out. The time has come for Nigeria to speak one voice against this so-called politician. I keep saying the reason why if they test powers once they don't want to leave it is because of what they achieved in the first time. Even when we see what they were doing is wrong, we won't say anything. So they will want to come out to kill more, to damage more, because they know Nigerians are not ready to say anything yet. Because they know nobody is going to do anything. Only in Nigerian, somebody will still in the market, the person will spend all his life in prison. That same Nigerian politicians are taking money. Politicians are looting the money of Nigeria to Dubai. Now, they said it's China. They have what is called Arab Emirate Bank in China, where they are taking African money to. They go to Dubai. From Dubai, they go to China. Nigerians, let us wake up. Let us stand up tall. Let us speak one language, as my brother has said, rugged man. Because if we keep keeping quiet, the country is going to keep dying. The country is going to keep suffering. Let us now support this our brother who has now see that Nigeria has suffered for so long. I mean Sowore. Nigeria, there is power in revolution. There is power in protest. Have you seen Nigerian now? How Nigerians can be that wicked? You just arrested somebody for no reason and put it in the. Please, if you're coming across this station for the first time in YouTube, I want you to subscribe, like, and drop your comment on how we can move Nigeria forward. Thank you because it's important.